Hey, Samara. Hey, Maruska. Hi, Mariana. Hello, everyone. Hi, Agustin. Oh, thank you. Happy Saturday, guys. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Oh, wait, guys. Oh, two cars jump out. Wait, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back, guys. I had to pick the two cards. Look what we got. Mm-hmm. We got the King of King of Pentacles, King of Cups, and Three of Cups. So I believe that this could possibly like be a message for all of us, like the ones that we are here today. Because I was shuffling and they jump out. So probably the message is that we should connect more with others and also work in community, and from the perspective of an emotional bond, that if we talk and express our feelings and allow ourselves to be sensitive, to be intuitive, to be the owners and also like the true manifestation of how we feel. I think that if we connect from the heart and from our own emotions, we're going to be okay. And then actually we are going to find our people where we can feel safe being emotional and not actually get judged because of showing that we have feelings or sentiments. So probably this has to do that, I don't know, maybe this life is going to be emotional or it's going to have a lot of like influence of feelings. So I don't know, probably some of you have been feeling emotional. Love spirits. Oh yes, thank you, Maruska. I have been taking medication all week because I was taking I don't know how you say it in English, ibuprofen. Um, and then I had another pill of amoxicillin. So for the pain and the swallowing on the swallow gums. But well, it's been like, I had a treatment last Saturday, and here like I'm still like working on it. So it's a slow process, I guess. So how are you guys? Any news in the K-pop world scene? Yes, exactly. Mm. Sí, mejor, mejor, Mariana, sí. Realmente necesitaba la combinación, porque primero estaba tomando ibuprofeno solo, necesitaba la combinación con amoxicilina. Mm. Oh, yes, I saw the teaser, Samara. Oh, today is Hyunin Kai birthday. Oh, we should pull a card for him. I don't think we had pulled cards for Hyunin Kai in these lives. Hola, Miss Lluvia. Mm. King has a new album coming out soon. That's great. Oh my, like Mark. Mark. Yes, exactly, Spirit. That's what's important. Yes, in my case, it does take a while, Maruska, because I have a very low, like, immune system, very weak immune system, so it takes a while. ¿Sabes si tomando un curso de asistente de farmacia me decían que hay que estar vendiendo por eso los lácteos disminuyen el efecto? Ah, Mariana, yo no consumo lácteos. Tengo intolerancia a la lactosa. I'm sorry, guys. I'm responding to Mariana that she um message me in Spanish. Thank you, Hope. Mm. The other day I was watching, I don't know if you are fans of DPREM, Christian you. Um, and he, no, no soy vegana, Mariana. Tengo intolerancia a la lactosa. No la puedo consumir. Um, and I'm sorry, I was talking Spanish. Um, and I was watching this interview that he was having with, I believe this host, this DJ, I believe his name is Zach. He's American, I believe. I don't know. I was watching this interview. I know he interviews a lot of K-pop idols that go to America, or I don't know, but I never actually am able to watch the whole interviews, or I just pass them. I don't watch them. And the other day I was watching DPR Ian's Christian's interview with him, and I was, yes, Sak Sang. And I just loved how genuine and how, I don't know, that interview. I had respect for him before. Like, I respected his art, everything about him. He's a beautiful man, artist. I mean, I love him. But after that interview, I don't know. I think that he showed a side that not many people that work in the K-pop industry are able to show. And also with so much, it takes a lot of bravery to be this vulnerable and this open. Especially because he was talking about his bipolar disorder, how this influences for the better and also for sometimes the not so good side of being a creative person, or being like a sensitive person, and how he has to be aware of the time or in this sort of alarm. And I think that the fact that he talked about his symptoms, how he's coping with it, his whole short journey. You know, we usually, what we hear from idols, when they talk about their past or how they got to where they are right now, they often talk about, oh, how they were casted, how the training was difficult, and how they managed to stay the whole system of training. But we never get to hear or actually pay attention to how, especially the ones that probably are not raised, like they came from another country and went back to Korea to become a trainee. And how difficult it is, especially if you suffer from anxiety or any kind of mental health. uh, the way he expressed it, it was so new, but it was like an important message. So if you didn't watch it, guys, it doesn't matter if you support or not the artist. I think that you should check it out because it was a very honest interaction, interview. And I think that probably Christian is not the only idol or artist that goes through this, but the fact that he shared it openly, I think that it does give you a lot of awareness about how it's not just to judge someone only based on their looks or their achievements. when I say that these people train a lot to be where they are, it's not just to say that, oh, their bodies are tired, they train a lot, they work out a lot. No, it's also their mental, their spiritual side, their emotional side that takes a toll on them as well. um yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, spirit. Yes. Yes, I think that, um and also he did talk a lot about his experience being an idol and how stressful it was. um you know, because they expect a lot of you, not only the training hours, the long training hours, they expect a lot of you. And then after you made it, after you are part of a group, and if you are popular, the demands don't stop there. They're just beginning, because the fans, the companies, everyone expects something out of you, you know. So it must be really stressful. That's why people should be more careful when they talk about someone being lazy or not being good enough or not deserving this enough. Um it's tough. It's tough. Kim Lip from Luna left the stage because fans were cheering another group member's name while she was speaking her piece during the concert. Oh, Becky, on with his thyroid issues, has a lot of mental health issues and depression. I remember when I had thyroid issues, it was like a whole ride of a mental disorders for years. Yeah, I have thyroid as well. I have Hashimoto's. Um, Thyroid. Um, and yes, there are moments where, especially because if I feel stress, uh, I get very like sensitive, very like uncomfortable, like, you know, like a voice talking in my, you know, to me, being like, get out of here, because like I sometimes feel a bit nervous. But I try to manage it. It's not easy, because thyroid is not something that you can control, and it does get worse with the stress. Actually, I think that is stress what triggers it. Hmm. Hmm. I agree. I mean, telling Infinite mention being scolded by his company for smiling and laughing because it wasn't an image. Yeah. Hmm. Hi, Muffy. Mm-hmm. Exactly, guys. And also, um, mm, just that everyone is very susceptible these days, you know. So this is why people don't know what you go through. You know, they just think that because you have this certain image that you are okay, And actually, you don't know how much willpower it takes for them to get out of bed and do what they have to do. With all the crazy schedules that they have, everything. So, I was going to mention this, Spirit. Coming to the topic of life, success is actually even harder to maintain than to achieve because the expectations just keep piling up. Exactly, Spirit. I was going to mention this, that the title of today's live is success. So I was thinking like, like what is, maybe for you guys, for from your perspective, you that you are fan of certain groups, what do you think that success is for these different groups or for a certain generation, for example? What is success? Or what do you consider that they should achieve in order to be successful? Um, and what do you think about the the groups that are considered successful? Do you think that is like, is that like a good image of successful, or you think that we should get like different examples of success? That's why I have a lot of respect for long-lasting groups like Shinwa, Suchu, and Infinite. Yes, some idols can handle the pressure only with addiction, alcohol. Uh-huh. Mm, yes. Yeah. Recognition and respect for their craft. Exactly, Subtraman. Especially for this generation, I generally think it will be more about longevity. Because having one hit is not gonna make you memorable. Yes. Mm, yes. Did you watch, guys? Did some of you watch the last season of Kingdom? Like, what did you think about that? Not Road to Kingdom, Kingdom. Do you think that that show was like a good strategy to somehow make some groups probably a little bit more known to the audience? And what do you think about, possible other groups like joining this sort of, it's not a survival show, but it's a competition, like, but they did have an amazing stages, so I was glad to see that. Yes, to have a song that fits TikTok trends, exactly. Mm. I thought the Korean girl is not interested in wardrobes at all. Oh, general public. Mm. Kingdom was great. It helped get to know many groups better. I enjoyed Kingdom. I didn't watch actually, like, except small clips of Road to Kingdom. Um, but I did love Kingdom. I did enjoy it very much, especially because you could see how, the senior, especially the most experienced groups would like get along very well, like with a good spirit, like with a good like vibe towards their the younger, the other generations. I don't know, it looks like factory production these days, getting out album after album. People get bored faster with TikTok chasing Dopamine high. Yes. I despise the Kingdom franchise because I'm a snake and can stand with the host competitions. Um, yeah, I didn't watch Kingdom because I mean Queendom. I didn't watch Queendom because I'm not like I do like a few songs of girl groups. I do know who they are, but I'm not like a, a girl group stan. So but I try to keep up with their music and their style and everything that they do, because sometimes I do get asked to do readings for girl groups, and I think that it's important that we include the female working force of the K-pop industry, that these are very talented women. But in my case, for example, I didn't want to watch Queendom because I wasn't interested, but I'm sure it was amazing. Hello. It would be really nice to see Pentagon get more attention. Yeah, I agree, Muffy. Actually, I saw Pentagon. I think that I saw a few clips of them during Road to Kingdom, and then I know that one Japanese member of Pentagon is Yuta's friend. I mean, is acquaintances with Yuta because both of them are Japanese. I believe that his name is Yuto. Is it Yuto or Yuta? Because I know there's another member of other group that his name is also Yuta. Yuto, Yuto. And I found, yeah. Mm-hmm. I did love their interactions. I watched a few clips and I thought that it was really cute, like to see, to see them interact. Because I know that they don't have, for example, now Yuta has Shotaro, but back then it was only him, and to see him interact with his fellow Japanese like colleagues, it was very sweet. I'm sure they were really excited, like to be able to speak their language and to talk about, their own cultural preferences. I'm not in K-pop that long, so I'm waiting for long-term success in people with potential, like Baekhyun, Taehyun, on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yes, his voice is really deep. Exactly. A whole gentleman with that voice. Oh, Kino. Mm. Oh, yes, I did. I did. I didn't understand a word, Samara, because I am that anxious. I had to watch it even though I didn't know what they were saying. But I thought it was really cute that they had this show. Is there a part two? I enjoyed it, even though I didn't know what they were talking about. Yeah, but I'm that anxious. I wasn't going to wait for the subtitle. Hi, Eva. Neither did I, but they were so cute. Yes, the chemistry was really good. I love it because Shotaro laughs at everything. So he is so nice. He's such a nice guy. I've been following Gino since he was an SM train. Oh, mm. Eva, are you excited that Blackpink is coming? I can sleep. Look, I am not a blink and I'm excited myself. I'm excited. We had been talking about Blackpink comeback, possible comeback, everything, but we never had like a small hint, something. And now we have the teaser. So I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yes. I think that they should um I think that they should and like mm, just because I believe that it's important that they take their power. I mean, Blackpink has a lot of influence. Samara. Oh my. I refuse. I definitely can see you. You are a whole mood. I refuse to. Um, but I think that they should like because they do have the influence, they have the fandom. So I think that it's important that they take actually, that they take this influence. I think that it's important. I think that it's important. Oh my god, these people again. Oh wow, why? Yeah, I know, but this is what happens when we come these hours. You see, the other day we had the same issue. We had the same issue. It maybe there are bots. Um, yes. Mm-hmm. Um, I think they should because there are a lot of girl groups out there. I'm not saying that they are a threat to Blackpink, but I think that they should like be like, okay, we are who we are, because there's a lot of girl groups, younger, like, I don't know, they're doing good. There are some new girl groups that I are doing great. So I think that Blackpink should definitely like. And also, I saw a teaser of Twice, a possibly new comeback that was really interesting. So maybe I should see a way to restrict people from for coming to the lives. Is there an option about that, guys? Do you know if that's because we are usually like um yes, they're really beautiful. I love it. Because we usually are the same people all the time in the lives. So I think I should like find a way to somehow mm, hmm. Mm. So yeah, a lot of comebacks, guys. A lot of things going on. So except the idols that we have on hiatus, that we have no clue. Yes, they are. They are, and I think that the girls deserve. I mean, they deserve the, and I think that the fans love them very much. So I think that they should step up their game because yes, also that with the enlistment, you are going to have a lot of popular idols also going to enlist. So I think that the girl or the women in the industry should like take a more active role in entertainment. Is the moment, is the now. Hmm. Yes, yes, guys. Hmm. They should like take this moment because actually if they don't move, there's always something new. There's a lot of competition, so you shouldn't take for granted how influenced you are. I agree totally with. I don't think that it's a good strategy to leave the fans starving for material or for music, because people are here for the music. I'm sure some of them do settle for the pictures and the like the merchandise and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you want to see them perform, you want to see them like, you are an entertainer, so entertain me. Like, it's not that you are asking something like outrageous. Mm, yes. Mm, mm, yeah, but probably not. Yes, yes. Yes, I think that it's like a bad service. Like I think that it's not fair. It's not fair. Um I understand that you can do this for, I don't know, their first years of debut, but then later, please. Like, come on. We see that the girls are doing their own thing individually. We see them moving, we see them smiling, we see them healthy. So, they could also like release some music as well. Like they could like every once in a while. I don't understand. But I guess they have done their research. It's ridiculous. 2 years is ridiculous. Like, when are they going to have all their comeback when they are in their 30s? Like, it's and the fans are also growing. Yeah, I saw Samara. Hmm. Yes, exactly, Spirit. Because sometimes the seniors, they are the ones that are more eager to work. So, mm, oh, okay. Mm. Yeah, I saw a lot of discussions. You know that the cards that I pulled for them are all about discussions, words, words, opinions, like blah, 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 blah. A lot of blah. A lot of words, a lot of papers, a lot of, I don't know, ideas, opinions. Uh-huh. SM always plans a Red Velvet comeback when they have some shit to hide. Yes. Mm-hmm. New Jeans fans were mad that it just got the win and saying they were robbed, and I see fans responded with yeah from school. Is there less comeback because YG finds girls too old? And well, and now the popular like the new uh new girl groups every time they come out younger and younger. So probably they are also thinking about releasing like a new girl group younger, yeah, than Blackpink. Mm. YG is always shady and bad with managing comebacks. I think the girls are not happy with the way things are being handled. I refuse to support the group until they will all pass school. I'm tired of company taking up so unserious. Taking us so unserious. More girl generation are still in high demand. Yes. Mm-hmm. Everyone was really happy for girl generation comeback. Mm-hmm. Yes, it was nice. Oh my. Hmm. I do remember that Infinite Song said that Wolem abandoned him when he was in military, so the age thing might be true. Yes, they are very like discriminative in that sense. If you're about to turn 30, you are an old man. And I don't understand the logic behind that, but oh well. Are you watching any K dramas, guys? Mm-hmm. Yes. Infinite still made more money than their new groups, yes. You can tell it crush or love, whatever. He acts very well, and the dramas were nice. Yes, a girls' generation was great. I thought they would use girl groups and boys instead, but no, girls are too. Which genre dramas do you prefer? I do love thriller spirit. I do love thrillers, psychological thrillers, horror, suspense. Those are my faves. And when it comes to probably romance, I'm not. I did watch a few, but I'm not much into the lovey-dovey kind of romantic. But I did watch Yumi Cells, which was really cute. Um, I did enjoy second season two, but then after the sixth episode, I didn't enjoy it anymore. I didn't like how a certain character was like developed. I was a bit disappointed, but the plot, the actors, the acting, everything was amazing. Probably my favorite series of this year. But I would say that I wasn't happy with the how the plot was like. Some things didn't make sense, especially uh, is some people like some characters development, like, but we know that it's based on a webtoon, so probably they have, we knew that there's like that Yumi cells hope. Hmm. I did think of watching it for Jin, but when I tell you I have no patience for an ongoing show. But it finished. It's finished already, Spirit. Like, yes, I believe probably we will have season three, but I did watch it because of him as well, for Jin Young, and I'm not satisfied with. Um, I don't want to spoil anything. This is why I don't want to say what I'm not satisfied about, but I was expecting something else. One of my all-time favorite dramas is Into the Ring. Now, so, oh really? Really, Muffy? What is it about? What gender it is? What genre is it? I will look. I will look it up. Into the Ring. Also, the one that I'm really looking forward to watch is the spin-off of Game of Thrones, House of Dragons. Is it? I don't remember exactly, but I'm really looking forward to that as a former Game of Thrones fan. Um, the one that I enjoyed the most that I watched twice and it has 2 seasons. It's called A Stranger. It's Korean. It's a Stranger. uh Bae Duna is the one of the main actresses in it. It's a great thriller. I love the actors and everything. And also one that is more on the psychological thriller, kind of creepy. It's Strangers from Hell, that is based on a webtoon. Hmm. Guys, thank you so much for your beautiful wishes. I scored. Oh, wow. Congratulations, Mariana. Congratulations. That's amazing. Um. Oh, I would check it out, Muffy. I would check it out. Is it available on Netflix? Um. Wow. Wow, and expositions. Thank you, Muffy. I would check it out. And also expositions are really demanding, and it takes expositions are I always get really nervous with expositions. Oh, that's great, Mariana. You work really hard. Mm, yeah. My favorite of the dramas I watched till now was, oh really? Miss Hammurabi. I'm writing down everything that you say, guys, because I want to watch also. Oh. Mm. I just watched today's webtoon and Moonlight, DRM. DRM is the one that NCT Jaehyun, isn't it, right? Um, and Alice in Borderland, I did enjoy it. It starts very slow. Yeah, I started it actually, Maruska, Bad and Crazy. But then it got a bit like predictable, so I stopped watching. Like it got a bit predictable. So But you know that Lee Dong Wook is also in Strangers from Hell. So if you want to check it out, he's on it too. It has, I believe it was like 10 or 8 episodes. And the last time I checked, it was still available on Netflix, but I don't know. It's very creepy. It's very like, so if you are a bit sensitive, don't watch it. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, semantic error. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly, Spirit. In Strangers from Hell, he did really like scare me a bit. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cop, that I'm only talking about horror and thrillers, but it's my it's my favorite genre. It's my favorite. I wouldn't choose something like other. I love horror. I love thriller. I love suspense. I love mystery and like all those kinds of. But I have to say that there are some that probably say that it's thriller and actually it's very, it is not that thrilling or it's not that like entertaining. And actually, I thank God I found like I was able to connect more with the Korean culture, because when it comes to their movies and their series, um, they have very quality in their plots. The plot twist, the acting is much more superior than the American ones or the other ones, even the ones in my country or Latin America. It was really hard for me to actually find, like a thriller or a horror story and be like, oh, this really was like scary or suspensive enough, like, I don't know, when you watch a lot of movies of horror and that gender as me, you you do have the tendency to somehow predict what's going to happen. So some Korean filmmakers or directors, some of them have very like very interesting ways to like be being able to innovate in that sense, so you don't see it coming, so you don't see the plot twist. And actually, I think that I watched, I remember a few years ago, a Korean movie that is called Confessions of a Murderer. Not Confessions of a Murder, because Confessions of a Murder is one. I'm talking about Confessions of a Murderer. And that particular movie definitely shocked me. And I was like, oh, Korean cinema is really good. Because, like, really, guys, the plot twist, when you think that you are figuring out what's going on, suddenly something happens and it's not what you think. So, and then other one that I believe that it's Japanese. Yeah, I don't think it's Korean, it's Japanese, that it's called Confessions, also based on a book, I believe. That one really shocked me. How the ending, everything really shocked me. So then when after I watched those, I started to get more interested in Asian, and also like the Taiwanese series and movies are really interesting as well when it comes to horror. I believe I watched one that is called Detention, that is on Netflix, that it's based, I think that it's based on a video game, like and it was really interesting, the series. Did you enjoy Kingdom, the drama, and Sweet Home? I did enjoy Kingdom, yes. Sweet Home, I watched it, but I think I skipped a few episodes because, like, I don't know why, but there's something about people uh, like all them trapped in a room, like that is not that appealing for me. But oh well, the acting was great. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you for your recommendations. I learned a lot about them. Thanks to you or guys that you recommended me all different artists, so I don't get repetitive and always read for the same people. Same mystery, suspense, and my fab is actually sci-fi, indigenous, and retrofuturism. For me, it has a lot of. It has to be deep psychological horror, not the slashy type. Exactly, I agree with you, Hope. I do love plot twists. Japanese horror was very scary. I remember I watched this one that was on YouTube. I found it that a friend recommended it to me. I don't remember what it was called, but it was about these people, these schoolgirls committing suicide, like massive. I'm sorry, I cannot say this. Um, like I'm not going to say it, but it was shocking. Misty is a good murder suspense drama. Oh, I'm going to write it down then. Oh, this week he returns. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, guys, let's start with today's readings because the day passed by really fast, and I have to go to work tomorrow. So I'm going to make the most of this day. I'm going to rest, and I'm going to go and also try to find all these recommendations that I wrote down of movies and series to watch. So I'm going to spend my Saturday like this, just resting. Key comeback. Okay. Not personal, guys, only for idols or groups. Yeah. You can choose one, Spirit. If you want me, I can do a reading for Chankyun and them. Didn't I do this already? For the week, for the channel. I can do this. to see his perspective and Mosaic's perspective. And I will record it and leave it for the channel. Probably on Monday. Mm, okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. To be able to develop it more. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't have the time to do this. To do it, Samara. I didn't have the time, and I barely did for the Cancer Sun as well because I didn't have the time to keep up with that series. I wanted to, but I think that I stopped at Taurus, and then I couldn't keep up. Okay. Do you want me to pull cards for him now, Muffy? For Loco? Hmm. Okay. 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 Infinite William. I'm going to write it down. Huninkai. Okay. Vacuum. One more, guys, and we're done. Crash. Okay. Okay. Oh, today's? Wow. Okay. Enjoy it for them. Okay, let's begin with Key's comeback. Why these cards are so jumpy these days? Key's comeback. Four of Pentacles. Yes. the Magician. Definitely, he knows his influence. He knows he's powerful. He knows, he is this sort of person that he is very proud of his accomplishments and of everything that he has earned through the years. Um, I think that he feels the best when he is doing solo activities, and it's not to compare nor like say that, oh, the group is not good enough. It's just that I think that he definitely enjoys doing like these solo comebacks, because he loves to be the center of attention. He has what it takes um to shine. um and I think that there's something about getting the recognition for himself. We have the Four of Pentacles here, that the Four of Pentacles is, this man holding these coins, and he doesn't think of letting it go. It's like this sort of possessive nature of being like, okay, this is mine, this is what I earned, this is for me and me only. So definitely this guy knows that he is a sort of magnet of success, and he loves to be in control as well. I think that he is a sort of control freak. He loves to like be in control of certain details. He's a very like uh detail orientated person, and I think that where he puts his energy is he's this sort of manifester. Actually, there's something very magical about, very grounding, but also very materialistic, I would say, but also very magical about his nature. I would say he's very possessive of his own success or how he is perceived. And with the magician here, I think that he also has the power to transform himself and to change into whatever concept he wants. I'm ready for Key, Chinese Key, in his comeback. I think he loves to be in control. I think that he knows that he has what it takes. I think that um he's like, okay, this is my moment. This is my moment to shine. This is my moment. There's no hesitation in here. There's no like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. No, he knows what he has. He is very gifted in that sense, and he has this sort of magnetism as well. He's very persuasive with his audience and with people in general. So if you think that actually, because I remember he has a moon in Pisces, so probably if you think that he is a bit of a wild soul, or that his energy is all over the place, that he needs someone that can somehow give him structure, or that he's a bit messy, or that he is a bit like, like all over the place, I think that you are wrong. Because actually, um mm, yes, I think that he's very comfortable with himself, but he has this sort of nature where he expects things to be done the way he wants to. He is a bit stubborn. Here with the Four of Pentacles, I can see this, that he is flexible when he wants to, and in projects that he feels that he's going to get the most of it. In other aspects, he is a bit inflexible, like in the sense that he probably in this time of his life, he's thinking about himself. He's thinking about his own benefit. He's thinking also about his own popularity or his own influence, in the sense that he's not going to beg to anyone for attention, or he's not going to be knocking on doors so people can receive him and being like, oh, yes, we will give you screen time, for example. No, he knows his worth. He knows he loves to be in control, so if don't I'm sure he speaks up about what he wants. He's very like assertive, um and he has a lot of love and respect for himself. He is in control. He's someone who, especially when we, because we are talking about his comeback. So if there's something like about money and budget and and resources, he definitely is like, okay, I want this for myself. Like, I don't want you to give it to someone else, or this is for me. I'm going to use this for my comeback. Like, he's very fixated on getting what he wants, and he's going to be very successful. But yes, that man is in control. There's no innocence here. There's no like courtesy. No, he's very fixated on his in getting his needs met. Yes, he's very proud of himself. Some people can actually like mistake his aura and being like, oh, this person is very cocky, but actually his attitude or the way he protects himself is because he had learned with the years that if you are not like that, you're not going to survive the industry. That you have to be sometimes a bit of like being perceived with uh like being shocking people a bit, with attitude, because if you're too passive, like, people will walk all over you. Yes. Yes, he knows that there are people that don't like him. He knows that, but he's like, whatever, I'm still doing me. Okay. Loco. I'm going to pull cards for Loco. Loco, oh, another one. Another one that has, and you saw me that I shuffled very well. He got also the the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So, what sign is it, Loco? Does someone know something about him? Because I never read for him, so I don't know about him. But what I can say here is that definitely he's holding on to something. There had been like a past, like a rejection, betrayal, a lot of arguments, a lot of discussions, a lot of literally backstabbing. And he is a person that he's been very cautious about his decisions. Probably he could do more. He could like make the most with a lot of more opportunities, but I think that he had been burned before, or that he had been disappointed. Ah, okay. So there's a bit of resistance here. I think that he's trying to play it safe. Probably if he like has projects, he tries to have these projects with the same people, or this he's very like traditional, or somehow very like like working with the same people, or working with people that he feels that he can trust. He takes his job very seriously, and I don't know, was this guy in the past like robbed of his ideas? Has someone like tried to steal his ideas in the past, or like take recognition for something that he worked on? Because here there's something about not letting go, like he still is like this, like this person, like this, he tries to move on, but probably this year is still going to be very like it's going to be a slow process for him to forget and forgive. And I think that definitely this has to do with ideas or money, because we have a pentacle and we have swords. So there's something about intellectual property. So he is a bit on the defensive and he is cautious, and probably he's he's going to get recognition, but it's not going to be like a very like all over the top recognition. It's going to be very like moderate, like and actually he could be more huge if he wanted to. He could be even more successful, but there's something about him still not trusting people, or actually not wanting to meet new people, or actually like rejecting a lot of offers because he doesn't trust them enough. So he probably has this very like tight group of people that he trusts. So and probably this gives him anxiety. I don't know about him, but probably he does have some kind of stress or anxiety. There's something about social gatherings, like social interactions, that he feels that probably being in the public gaze, he could be a bit of a reserved person, or someone that is very sensitive, so he tries to protect himself from others. Oh, hi Lilian. So I don't know. I think that this year, yes, I think that this year is also going to be a year where he has to learn to forgive and forget. He has to like be a bit more flexible, but I guess he does feel threatened still by certain people. So this is why he probably is not expanding his options. He's taking care of what he has now. It's like if he has a bit of success, or if he's like successful, or if he does well, he will hold on to that result and not be like, oh, not trying to strive for more, just staying there because he's still hesitant. Okay, Infinite Wuyun. Infinite Wuyun. Welcome, Afik. Infinite Wuyun. He got the eight of cups and the world. Oh, I'm going to cover the lady, the naked lady. So I think that definitely this man William is slowly like ending a cycle that was very emotionally draining for him. Probably every part or aspect of himself already moved on. Like, I mean, like physically he's in another stage in his life, he's doing something else, he mentally he has already ideas, he's with other people, I don't know. But there was something that actually it took longer than he expected, is to move on emotionally. Probably right now in this stage in his life, he's slowly acknowledging that um he doesn't need to put up with a lot of BS that he did in the past. He probably is acknowledging that also, if he had all these emotional needs or expectations from others, is because he was also very naive somehow himself. So he's also acknowledging that he has a huge role in this, or that probably he had in the past like a sort of illusion that some things were going to change, and actually now he's seeing things for what they are. And here with the world, it's like, okay, we are finally closing this chapter and we are entering a new one, because life is about cycles. So you are about to enter a new one, but you definitely needed to see this. You definitely needed to see this. You needed to see that these cups were empty, that there's nothing here for you. So it's up to you. Do you want to keep being here waiting for these cups to magically show you that they are full? Do you want to see a mirroring? Do you want to see a fantasy? Do you want to see a magic trick? Or are you willing to walk away? Like understanding that sometimes when things no longer work, it's also up to us to be like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm not going to keep waiting. So I think that he is hurt emotionally about this. He probably he's I think that he is not a person that quits or that gives up, but I think that this is like somehow is teaching him that maybe the next decisions that he has to make for himself has to be a bit more rational and not to be guided so much for his emotions or for how he feels, or of if he has like an emotional attachment to someone. Probably it's like, okay, you are about to enter a new stage in your life. Do you want to repeat the same pattern, or do you want to acknowledge it, accept it, say thank you, and move on? So he's definitely going to learn something new. He's going to like come out of this situation like much more mature and stronger emotionally. um, but he needs to acknowledge that like there are some places where he cannot return anymore. mm, yes. And like reality is showing him that there's nothing here. There's nothing left here. Only memories, only like fantasies, only like a smoke, like images of something that could have been great, but it isn't. It wasn't. Like let's face reality, because you cannot like enter a new phase in your life if you are still holding on to some things that are not going to change. Okay, Huninkai. Humankind, the sun, and the naked lady, and again, another naked. Well, the sun. This is very Leo. This is very Leo. It's very Huninkai. Very Huninkai. Very Leo energy here. The sun and the world card. Two major arcanas for this guy. Definitely he's going through like a lot of shining. I think he's really happy. This guy is very happy. He's a guy that he's always connected with his inner child. This is very Leo. But I think that he is also waiting for the wheel to turn. Probably he's waiting for changes, and changes are coming his way. And all these changes are about him like connecting with his individuality and also connecting with his inner child, that he needs to always like summon his inner child. Like probably he does have moments where he doubts himself, where he thinks like, okay, is this for me? Am I good enough? Like, like I don't know. I think he definitely is a guy that he's going to be very successful. And I said this in his individual reading. He's going to be very successful. He probably is going to have more opportunities um, for shining on his own. I don't know if it's like emceeing or some kind of like opportunity to show himself a bit more. I think that opportunities are coming his way after his birthday. I think that his birthday is also a time of the year that is very special for Hyunin. I mean, birthdays are always a special times for us, for all of us. But here we're talking about Hyunin and that the fact that he's a Leo and he got the sun card, you know. So definitely Leo season, the sun, a lot of like a lot of brightness, a lot of positivity, a lot of like being joyful, like do not regret anything, do not regret anything, like do not get moody, do not get paranoid, because he has his moments where he actually doubts his own value, or actually he gets a bit pessimist. He has like a very bright side and then he has a very dark side at the same time. So he has to work on this. And obviously, this new beginning, the world card, is also letting him know that he had done well. You know, that he was able to transit the last cycle of his life with a lot of integrity, and that now he's about to enter a new one, but that he has to carry the hope, the innocence, the playfulness, the funny side, the laughs, the you know the the goofy side of him. That it's okay. It's okay to be like this. It's okay to be spontaneous. It's okay to make fun of ourselves, you know, to be a sort of a clown. It's okay. Have fun. Laugh a bit more. You know, enjoy. I think that there's something about Humankind that he will probably experience his whole life, is that as he gets older, he will be more in touch with his inner child, in the sense that probably he will be even more childish as he gets older, because somehow when he was in his first years of childhood, he probably had to grow up very fast, or act like he was mature, or like he was like prepared enough to understand adults world or in responsibilities. You know, there's something about him also wanting to be a good role model for, I don't know, I know he has sisters, I don't know if he is like the oldest of them, but there's something about probably when he was a child he didn't have the chance to be immature or to just be a child. So now that he is yeah, of course, now that he's like, you know, getting more mature, somehow he's connecting more with his inner child, and he's going to be uh, a bit more of a clown, but also he's going to bring a lot of laugh and a lot of like happy moments to a lot of people that need to laugh, you know, that need to be entertained or by him, or that need, you know, this moment of feeling like you can be goofy too. You know, he's willing to be this sort of like make fun of himself so you can laugh, so he can make you laugh, you know. So I think that it's about his identity, you know. I think that he needs that. His inner child needs this sort of like, I don't care if I look like a fool, like I want to hear laughs, I want to laugh myself as well. Sometimes he does have these moments where he gets a bit like um I wouldn't say sad, but he does regret a lot of things. So probably connecting with joy and connecting with innocence and connecting with acting as if you see um as if you experience things for the first time, you know, like as if you had like the eyes of a child. I think that for him is very important for his development as a person. He has to embrace his authenticity. Yes, he is an entertainer, but he has to embrace that he's authentic and that he shines. When he makes other people laugh, he shines. Okay, vacuum. Vacuum. Another one, another one that got the world card again. The world card and the nine of swords. So for Baekhyun, actually, I think that Baekhyun is definitely like he's also praying and he's also like putting. I don't know what he believes in or if he is this sort of like a spiritual person, but he's definitely like praying for his nightmares or unconscious fears or insecurities to go away. He is in his mind a lot lately. Probably there's a situation that he wants this to be over. He wants this to be over. And I think honestly that this doesn't have anything to do with his surroundings or who he is with or how he's been treated. I think that this has to do with his own anxiety. He's probably very, he has been dealing with this for quite a while. Actually, I think that this is like somehow one of the sequels of one of the prices of being famous and actually of being stalked or being followed or being persecuted a lot. Probably Baekhyun is someone that he knows that he's been watched or he knows that people are following him. So I think that this is not about, okay, I am in danger or something like that, but he knows that he has this fear of being like invaded. I don't know, like I think that he feels, and his mind works really fast and it's not something that he can control. So I think that this is more about his mental processes. He probably is someone that he also needs someone to talk to. I don't know if he has like a therapist or a psychologist or because I don't think he has actually people to trust. I think that he probably is someone that he tries to connect with others and he tries to speak about how he's feeling, but I think that sometimes people don't take him seriously. And actually he can like actually talk about this like, oh, I'm anxious or I'm a bit uncomfortable with this, and he probably like says it in a tone of like as if it was something funny or as if he was making a joke, but actually he's been serious. You know, he's sharing his point of view, what he's really going through. So I definitely think that he should get more support in this. You know, he could probably like diminish a bit his insomnia or his, you know, his fears if he starts to talk about this. He needs someone to talk to, someone that he can trust. Um, and I think that definitely what he wants, you know, this the end of this cycle and the beginning of a new one is about to come. So I think that he needs to be patient because I don't think that is right now. I think that probably it's going to be like near the end of the year, probably. But I think that he should be more patient. He should be more patient. That actually what he fears the most, or actually his anxiety, everything it's all in his mind. It's not what actually is going on. It's all in his mind. But like I said, guys, this is when you are someone that had been like um I don't know, um like followed, and you develop a sort of fear of being invaded. I don't know why you say invaded, but like someone like invading your space. I don't know, people like taking information from you. I don't know, he does have this sort of fear. He wants to be left alone. He probably is like becoming a bit of an introvert, actually like an introvert. But he just needs to share this, not to carry with this alone. He can do this, he can share this with others, and actually his experience can help others, to talk about his struggles, his mental health, how one day he's okay and at the next he's not okay. Like I said, these cards that I pulled today are for today's energy. It's not, like a general reading that I do, that I see for the next 3 months. This is not that he's always like this, but probably he does have better days than others. But he's definitely waiting for a cycle to be over. He's like, oh my God, when is this going to be over? But I think that this experience also is going to teach him to make a decision. The feeling uncomfortable in this experience is going to teach him. After he comes out, he's going to make a very important decision for himself. So I think that this very uncomfortable state that he's in on right now, mentally, um it's going to teach him a lot. It's going to open his eyes to probably something that he had been like trying to deny, and being like, and actually like setting priorities, probably, putting his mental health or his physical health as a priority. Because when you have like, I don't know, like something that is chronic, or something that is chronic, you do need to take care of it like for the rest of your life. It's not that it's going to go away. It's always going to be like in the back of your mind. And sometimes stressful situations can trigger it. This is why you can get a bit susceptible sometimes, a bit moody, a bit sensitive. So, you have to like make decisions and adapt your lifestyle to whatever brings you peace. Okay, let's move on to Crush. Well, Crush, he got two major arcanas as well. A very magical, a very special man here, Crush. Um, the Strength and the Hermit. Um, Probably this is another guy that for him to be social, it's something that uh for him is not easy. I think that probably um he is going to take things slow. He probably is thinking about like becoming very like introspective, but also like using the music as a sort of channeling thing. Um, but I think that he definitely needs some time alone. There's something about him like wanting to be left alone. Like he's not like eager to come back to okay, I'm going to show up to every radio station, and I'm going to talk to everyone, and I'm going to resume a lot of like reunions and people. And no, I think he had been patient enough. He had uh the word is patience. Yes, he wants to go back to be himself. And he also wants to be left alone, honestly. He wants to enjoy the privacy of his everyday life or of his own routine. He probably doesn't want to be in the scene right now after he gets out. He probably wants to concentrate on him because he had been holding on really tight to not lose his patience. I think that he had tried to. His mentality was is here with the strength card. Definitely, I can sense that he was trying really hard to not get like upset or to not show like strong emotions while he was or while he probably was in these sort of situations where I don't know if there were people like they were making, I don't know, funny comments to him or trying to be funny with him or trying to be like smart with him, and he was like holding his breath, and trying to keep his calm, and being like, I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to start anything, these people just want to trigger my buttons, but I'm going to try to keep it cool. And he is accomplishing it. But I think that he's tired of the people around him. He doesn't want anything to do with that experience again. He doesn't want to like um he has a huge respect for the people, but he probably is this person that he just wants to be left alone. It's he's very chill person. He's a very chill guy. um so he it's not that he wants to do something special. He just wants to retreat. He wants to be left alone. He doesn't want any kind of like luxurious kind of routine. No, he just wants to be left alone. He wants to connect with himself. He probably was in this sort of like place where there's a lot of people, a lot of noise, a lot of conversations, and a lot of hearing a lot of people, a lot of noise all the time. So he just wants to be in silence. He wants to be connecting with himself, with his loved ones, with what matters to him. But like I said, obviously this experience is has changed him. Has changed him. I mean, he had always been this sort of like very um observant person. He had always been like this. But now he's going deeper. Now he's going deeper. This is why I think that probably he's going to want just to rest a bit. But then I can see that he's going to use all this wisdom, all the knowledge that he had absorbed with this experience, and he is going to he probably is going to write something. So yes, you will probably hear about him. But he probably had also like he had tried to remain strong. Especially, I think that a lot of people wanted to provoke him. I don't know if they made like inappropriate comments to him about certain things, and he was like, okay, I'm not going to lose my temper. I'm not going to lose my temper. Like repeating a sort of like mantra to not get like angry. But I think that he's a very intelligent person. He's very wise. But I think that he's like, I just want to go home and be left alone for a while. He's okay, but Okay, guys, this was the last one, and I'm going to pull one card um for Mariana's dad, that his birthday is on Monday, to see what's available for him. And he got he had the King of Cups. You know that we actually, this one of the cards that actually jump out of the deck the first time. So I think that actually you're going to see your dad, that he's going to be a bit more emotional this year. Probably in these times he's going to be a bit more emotional, like connecting also with feeling full. You know, he is probably, he's not that it's like he wants to see his people being okay. You know, he is this sort of provider. um but I think that he is going to be a bit more open to talk about how he feels, you know, and actually to talk about um like how he feels, you know, like being like, okay, feeling you're going to sense that even he's going to be a bit cheesy, you know, you're going to be like, oh, why are you telling me this, like what's going on, are you okay? Well, actually he's going to feel a bit emotional, he's going to feel a bit emotional because he's going to finally realize how important is love and family and unity, and also like he probably had a few dreams, or I don't know, like images, or in his unconscious something, he connected something, and he got a sort of a very meaningful dream or something that somehow opened a new perception, and it touched a part of him that he didn't pay much attention, and now he's like, oh, wow, I came a long way. Like, wow, wow, like he is owning his own experience. You know, he's owning his own experience, and he's feeling loved. He's feeling loved, and he wants to share that love with others as well. So definitely you're going to see him more emotional, but not from a way of like overly emotional, like crying. No, just like, okay, let's talk about what matters. Let's reunite. Let's work on our relationships. You know, and probably he wants to be a better version of himself. He wants to be like more gentle, he wants to be more generous, he wants to be more present for the people that he loves, and he wants to be a good role model. He wants to give leave people like this very significant experience. So when you think of him, you're like, wow, this man done all this. He is a great man. He is a man of honor. He is a man of values. He has a great like an enormous hurt and compassion, and he probably is going to become more compassionate and understanding with himself and with others. So a lot of harmony for him. He probably is like, okay, I'm connecting with this side of myself. I'm not going to argue anymore. I'm not going to, you know, to um fight people. Not saying that he fights people, but probably like he's going to slow down a bit and be like, okay, let's flow like water. Let's flow with what it is, instead of insisting on things and people that just don't deserve it and steal all his energy. and he's focusing more on this side of himself, being a bit more loving and accepting. So yes, guys, this is all I have for today. I'm going to go, and thank you so much, guys, for being here. I know that this is not our usual times, but as you know, I try to let you know according to the days I have free, and the times that I have free, so we can meet. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. I appreciate it as always, and have a great weekend, please. Enjoy with your loved ones, and I will see you next week.